Imagine flying your barber across the globe for a $20,000 haircut. Owning 7,000 supercars that most billionaires only dream of. Living in palaces that dwarf city blocks. This isn't fiction. It's real life for the richest Arabian kings, where gold is standard and the most powerful one is yet to come. Let's start at number 10 with Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah of Brunei, a man whose definition of luxury makes billionaires look frugal. Worth around $30 billion, he flies his barber from London for regular $20,000 haircuts. But that's just the beginning. His private garage houses over 7,000 supercars, from ultra-rare Lamborghinis and Bugattis to endless rows of Ferraris and Rolls-Royces, making it the largest car collection on Earth. When he travels, it's in a custom Boeing 747 worth $133 million, lavishly lined with gold. And his home? The Istana Nurul Iman Palace stretches an insane 2.15 million square feet, dwarfing even Buckingham Palace. But Brunei isn't the only place he calls home. The Sultan owns a $400 million hotel in London, a $110 million chateau in France, and a $30 million Beverly Hills mansion. He could hop from one luxury estate to the next every month and still have more to spare. Sultan Bolkiah doesn't just live in luxury, he breathes it. From gold-plated jets to mega palaces and a personal fleet that rivals entire countries, his lifestyle is in a league of its own. And believe it or not, he's only number 10 on this list. Buckle up, we're only at number 9, and things are already outrageous. Meet King Salman of Saudi Arabia.
When we are concerned of any country getting a nuclear weapon, that's a bad move, and you don't need to get a nuclear weapon because you cannot use it. Even if Iran gets a nuclear weapon, any country use a nuclear weapon, that means they are having a war with the rest of the world. The world cannot see another Hiroshima. If the world see 100,000 people dead, that means you are in a war with the rest of the world. So it's a useless effort to reach a nuclear weapon because you cannot use it. If you use it, you gotta have a big fight with the rest of the world.
Ruler of a royal dynasty whose collective wealth hits an unbelievable $2 trillion. Despite international controversy, especially surrounding his son, Mohammed bin Salman, the king's luxury lifestyle has never slowed down. He owns the Chateau Louis XIV, a $300 million masterpiece, often dubbed the world's most expensive home. His main residence? A jaw-dropping $500 million palace in Riyadh, sprawling over 4.9 million square feet, complete with its own hospital and private cinema. And just like Sultan Bolkiah, his garage is overflowing with 7,000 cars, including gold-plated Rolls-Royces and one-of-a-kind Mercedes models. Commercial flights? Not even close. King Salman commands a $2 billion fleet of private jets, including a $500 million gold-plated Boeing 747 that redefines luxury air travel. And when he's not in the sky, he's cruising on the Prince Abdulaziz, a $100 million super yacht that looks more like a floating palace than a boat. Think this is extravagant? This is just number 9. As you climb higher on this list, the wealth and excess only get more unbelievable. And the king at the top? He'll make even these fortunes seem modest. At number 8, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed redefines oil money. With a $30 billion net worth, he's not just the ruler of the UAE, he's the architect of its vast financial power. One of his crown jewels? The $3 billion Emirates Palace, dripping in luxury. While others dream of Beverly Hills mansions, he owns one worth $45 million without blinking. His car collection is just as jaw-dropping, featuring the ultra-rare $18.7 million Bugatti La Voiture Noire. But that's nothing compared to Azam, the world's largest private yacht, valued at $600 million and more of a floating palace than a boat. And his wealth isn't just fast cars and mega yachts. His art collection alone tops $100 million. For Sheikh Mohammed, opulence isn't a status, it's his everyday reality. And we're still not halfway up this list.
Who are in Jordan or Turkey or other, we are helping those. But the Free Army, you don't know, because there is some extremist, and you don't know how many group of people now in Syria. And as you hear that some groups are fighting each other.
So you don't want to do what Qatar has done or Saudi Arabia has done? And
no, our foreign policy is different than, We try to help and not to interfere.
It seems to me that the UAE, for all its wealth and its power, it takes very light steps on foreign policy. It doesn't want to show its muscle and its weight in the way that, we've discussed that Qatar does.
No, I mean, maybe Qatar have a reason or a vision, but here UAE, we don't, we like, the Emiratis, and the Emiratis is kind. We don't want to interfere with the other people. Their nation should say what they want, and we should always help and not interfere with other countries.
Here in the UAE, you have cracked down quite hard on political Islam. A number of people
Brotherhood.
On the Muslim Brotherhood.
At number 7 is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the visionary ruler of Dubai, who turned desert dunes into a global empire. With a $15 billion fortune, he didn't just build wealth, he built a legacy. His 500 million AAL palace, decked in gold and ivory, is royalty redefined. In the UK, his land holdings even outsize the British royal families. His garage houses the elite, Bugatti Veyron and Lamborghini Reventon. Cars so rare, most people only see them in magazines. On the water, he commands the $350 million super yacht Dubai, a floating palace that screams prestige. And his wedding? A jaw-dropping $200 million spectacle, complete with a custom-built stadium. For Sheikh Mohammed, luxury isn't about showing off. It's about making history. And we're still climbing the list.
Oh boy. እኔ እንጃ ዛሬ ሰርግም መሰለኝ። ከደስታ የተነሳ ትናንትና ሌሊት ስገባ የልቤ ትርታ ደርባ ደርሶ ነበር።
At number 6, prepare for a surprise. Mohammed Hussein Al-Amoudi may not wear a crown, but with a net worth of $11 billion, he's earned the nickname the Silent King, and for good reason. While others chase headlines, Al-Amoudi builds empires quietly, pulling in nearly $1 billion a year from oil, mining, and banking. His low-key lifestyle masks a global reach, with a $3 billion real estate portfolio stretching from Switzerland to Saudi Arabia. And yes, he rolls in a gold-plated Rolls-Royce, but it's his financial empire that truly dazzles. He doesn't need to brag. His billions do that for him. At number 5, Prince Turki bin Abdullah lives loud, especially on 4 wheels. Known as the King of Supercars, this Saudi royal cruises the streets of Dubai and London in a gold fleet worth over $22 million. His crown jewel? A gold Bugatti Veyron worth $10 million, followed by a $4 million Rolls-Royce Phantom, all dripping in 24-karat flair. These aren't just for show. He drives them like everyday rides. One time, he even got a parking ticket in London, not for breaking the rules, but for blinding the block with too much shine. That's not just flexing wealth, it's redefining it. At number 4, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, the former Emir of Qatar, proves that luxury doesn't have to scream to be heard. With a net worth of $2.1 billion, his wealth isn't about loud displays. It's about quiet domination. His royal palace in Doha? Valued at over $1 billion, it's a fortress of opulence, featuring 15 gold-covered residences nestled within its lavish grounds. But the intrigue doesn't stop there. In 2019, whispers of a secret palace hidden deep in Oman surfaced. Off the radar, off the grid, and entirely off-limits. It's wealth with a twist of mystery. Unlike some royals who flaunt flash, Sheikh Hamad prefers raw power. His garage is more beast than beauty, home to a Lamborghini Aventador SV and a Bugatti Chiron, two of the fastest and fiercest rides on the planet. No gold plating is needed when the engine alone costs more than most homes. His taste is refined, calculated, and effortlessly elite. When he moves, it's not with noise, but with undeniable presence. This is what subtle supremacy looks like.
They also signed several agreements in various fields, including that of a strategic partnership based on mutual respect, equality, and interests.
这是双边关系发展中的一个里程碑。
Building a strategic partnership is a milestone in the development of bilateral ties.
Sliding into number 3 is King Mohammed VI of Morocco, arguably the most fascinating name on this list. With a net worth of $2.5 billion, he's a king of contrasts. Admired for his compassion, yet known for living in jaw-dropping luxury. This is a man who's wiped out debts for struggling farmers, earning the love of his people, while simultaneously calling a $100 million Paris mansion home. His main residence, the magnificent Dar al-Makhzen Palace in Rabat, is straight out of a fairy tale. But he didn't stop there. He's turned several royal estates into ultra-luxurious hotels that rake in nearly $100 million a year. That's not just wealth, that's strategy. Add in a priceless art collection that rivals global museums, and you've got a ruler who blends heart, heritage, and billionaire elegance into a truly legendary profile. He's a modern monarch who proves you can be both beloved and breathtakingly rich. But as impressive as this is, the top two, they don't just play the game, they own the board.
This Israeli government has killed more children, more journalists, more aid workers, and more medical personnel than any other war in recent memory. In the absence of global accountability, repeated horrors are normalized, threatening to create a future where anything is permitted, anywhere in the world. Those who continue to propagate the idea of Jordan as an alternative homeland. So let me be very, very clear. That will never happen. We will never accept the forced displacement of Palestinians, which is a war crime.
Coming in hot at number 2 is King Abdullah II of Jordan, the so-called king without oil. But don't let that title fool you. While he doesn't sit atop endless oil fields like some of his royal peers, his life of luxury and influence still turns heads. With an estimated net worth of $750 million, he's built his empire the old-fashioned way. Through sharp investments, strategic real estate deals, and powerful global connections. His main residence, the Al Husseiniya Palace, is a $150 million masterpiece fit for a modern monarch. But his taste isn't limited to palaces. He also owns jaw-dropping homes in Malibu and sails the seas in an $85 million super yacht. And then there's his real passion, motorcycles. With a $40 million collection of rare and custom bikes, this king doesn't just rule, he rides. King Abdullah proves you don't need oil to live like royalty. Through brains, charm, and horsepower, he's carved out a legacy that blends modern leadership with old-school luxury. And now, all roads lead to number 1.
I just wonder, why do we do this to ourselves? like, why is it that we're always facing crisis? Right? Like, why? And I know it's probably greed, right? Right? It's greed. And this is a big issue. How can we live and really believe, as very brilliant people, that interest rate will always be 2%? Like, right? We know that in life there is day and night and there is summer and winter. But still, we just think it will be 2%.
Topping the list, but without a royal crown, is Mohammed Al-Abar, the visionary mastermind behind the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. With a net worth of $3 billion, Al-Abar didn't inherit power. He built it from the ground up. As the founder of Emaar Properties, he's not just shaping Dubai's skyline. He's redefining luxury across the globe. His latest endeavor? Rama Island, a jaw-dropping $3.5 billion mega project that proves he's far from finished. While others on this list were born into gold-plated legacies, Alabar carved his empire through grit, ambition, and unshakable vision. From humble beginnings to high-rise dominance, he's the ultimate self-made billionaire in a world of royals. So, who surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you love stories about luxury, power, and the lives of the ultra-rich, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next.